Lemmy's ashes have gone on display at Bloodstock Open Air Festival. The Motörhead and Hawkwind star died in December 2015 aged 70, and as well as a bust of his remains. The Derby heavy metal event, which is taking place at Cadden Park in the East Midlands this weekend, has recreated the Ace of Spades rocker's dressing room with his possessions and some photographs. Festival director Vicky Hungerford told BBC Radio Derby, "When you go in there, it will feel like you're in the touring dressing room of Lemmy." The tribute comes days after Bloodstock is said to have connected with the pizza-holding ghost of Lemmy at the Wacken Open Air Festival. The singer, who famously married and divorced the ghost of a Victorian soldier, was invited by organisers of the world's largest heavy metal festival to try and communicate with the spirit of the musician, whose ashes were scattered on the site in Germany last year, and said she was overcome with emotion when she felt his presence. Bloodstock explained Lemmy came to her as she felt a sadness inside of her, but was bemused to find his spirit riding a black stallion and clutching a slice of pizza. She said, "His energy is obviously something that hasn't died, and that's why he's still with us today at Wacken. There was also something more that Lemmy showed me, something sad, that will no doubt stick with me for a while, but I don't feel it's something I want to share for many reasons. Lemmy was a star, and an idol to many, but he was a human, and he had a world spinning inside him that few knew about. I noticed that when I connected with him during the ritual." On a lighter note, I wondered why he was holding a slice of pizza, because it's not the norm when riding a horse. Bloodstock carried out a séance in front of the festival's shrine for the late rock star in the Landgasthof Wacken, with the ritual seeing her surrounded by Lemmy's possessions and sacred objects including a deer skull, dragon blood sage and a crow's wing, in front of an altar bearing an Ace of Spades playing card and a bottle of Jack Daniels. But at first, the singer's usual methods didn't work. She said, "I knew I had to come to Wacken to participate in something that had a greater purpose. I was nervous to try to connect with the spirit of Lemmy as he is treasured by many, and I didn't know how I would deal with it if he had a message for me. I worried about how that could be perceived. I felt the only way to deal with what was revealed to me, is to have a don't care about what people think attitude, inspired by Lemmy himself. I tried to reach him using dowsing rods, but he didn't want to play by those rules. That was totally Lemmy, and the first time my rods have failed to show any movement at all during a séance." Eventually, Bloodstock was completely consumed with the spirit of the late rocker and received a message from him, she said. She continued, "Then, I felt my body completely consumed, like I was taken somewhere else, tears were welling in my eyes. He told me that he was still alive. He said the purpose of life is not to die, and he wanted to be alive in death. I felt like those words will be a comfort to many who want to keep his memory alive." Follow Mirror Celebs on TikTok, Snapchat, Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, YouTube and Threads.